What's up, YouTube? It's got a nervous wreck. Okay. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jayshaun and
Jayshaun.
yeah. Today we're gonna do a mukbang. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not, but you know, it is what it is, right? So we're gonna be eating while also talking about surviving in high school. So the first topic we're gonna discuss. Oh wait, by the way, we got this from, what was the name of the place again?
Heroes and Donuts, or Donuts and Heroes?
Hero Donuts and Buns.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hero Donuts and Buns. It's a place that basically sell donuts and hamburgers, but I guess they can decide which one you want to.
So they did both.
Yeah.
So mine is, I guess. I don't know. I got a chicken club, lettuce, tomatoes. Got a little yellow tomato. I ain't never seen that before, but that's what I got.
I got the.
Dang, my hands ashy. They gonna see that? Sheesh.
I got the what is it? The
You asking me? I don't know what you got.
egg and cheese fold, something like that.
What's the jam looking stuff?
That's jam, just normal jam.
Like jelly
Yeah,
on egg?
yeah, like the sausage chili.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I know. I talked to a couple people and asked them what some questions they may have about high school, and one of the questions that I got a lot about was relationships. So we're going to start with relationships. You have any experience with relationships in high school?
Yes and no.
I don't have any experience, but I do have friends who've been in relationships, and I kind of been with them through their relationship to like kind of help them out or whatever, like be like a listening person or whatever. So a question that was asked to me was, how long do it last after high school if you're talking to a person? How long do you think?
There's not a general amount of time that a relationship will last out of high school. But
Well, look how she ate that.
just the same way that there's no general amount of time that a relationship will last in high school. It's people that was dating, probably that you can name off the top of your head, that probably went out together for a week or two and broke up. I didn't want to go out with nobody in high school specifically because of that reason. Like, I didn't want to date nobody just to break up in 2 weeks, because ain't nobody serious for real in high school. People act like they are, but nobody's serious for real half the time. I personally didn't date anybody. I talked to a few people, and that was enough for me to realize I ain't want to date nobody in high school. But you say, how long does it generally last? I know people, as soon as, like, they dated throughout high school, and like a year after high school, broke up. Oh, we just grew apart, whatever the case may be. I don't believe people just grow apart. You know, people go to college, whatever the case, but you don't grow apart. Because you gotta think about it. I was talking to somebody about it yesterday. Like, let's say you're a tree and I'm a tree. This tree's growing this big, and then this tree's growing this big. How did one tree get bigger than the other? Of course, you're putting more water and more. You're doing something to help that tree grow more than the other. That means in that relationship, somebody didn't want to grow as much.
Right.
So y'all didn't just grow apart. It just somebody didn't want to put the work in. So I don't think like the relationships can last long. It's just a matter of people actually willing to put in that time. If you don't put in the time, they're not gonna last long after high school. It's just that simple.
Right. Do you think most relationships be like all for show in high school?
Low key, because you'll have like the popular people,
Yeah.
like the people that you never expected to go out, but just because they no one around the school, they start dating. But I don't do that. I don't care about doing that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I would be in a relationship with somebody just for show either. I mean, it's not realistic and it's not gonna last long. Now that's the relationship that's gonna end after high school.
Honestly, it be those popular relationships that real quick. It's just like they don't match. Because even then, when you got two popular people, they're used to having the attention to themselves individually. Now it's like I gotta share that attention, and some people don't like having to share that attention with each other. So, I'm good for that.
Yeah. So another question I got was the idea and opinions on school fights. Now, I'm a huge advocate for nonviolence. I don't believe in, fighting to resolve issues or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
However, people in my generation disagree. So what are your thoughts on fighting? It's very common in schools, and it's so ridiculous. Like, why in school if you're gonna fight? Like, why? I have no. Let it digest. Take it in.
A few moments later.
When I was in high school, I went to 2 different high schools. But when I was in high school, my first one for the first 3 years, freshman, sophomore, junior year, there were fights every day. The first fight that I ever saw in high school was on my 2nd day of my freshman year.
Wow.
There was a guy dressed up like a girl, to say the least, and he threw the other girl across like the whole concrete, and we was all like, bruh, for real? And it's like, it's 7 in the morning, like, be for real, it's 7 in the freaking morning. People who fighting in the morning are the same people that you see eating hot chips in the morning, sucking the red Cheeto dust off their fingers. Like, those be the same folks. Like, how you wake up on that kind of energy, it's nothing but attention that you're seeking at that point. And they do it on purpose because they know the whole school is going to be there watching at that time. That's why you see the people fighting in the morning, like right before class or at lunchtime, or at like the bus stops. It's always the places where they know it's going to be a bunch of people at. If you really like want to fight somebody, I'm not promoting it or like condoning it, but you're not going to do that stuff and expecting a whole crowd to watch. Just handle your business. But a lot of them people just seeking attention and don't know how to find another outlet to their problems other than fighting. Me personally, I don't fight nobody. I don't really care. Like, I don't got enough time in my day to take out time to say, let's meet up at 4 o'clock. Let's pull up to the park.
For you.
Yeah, like, really? And then I gotta put on a fit to fight you? Like, that's stupid. That's a waste of time. So yeah, I'm not with that at all. And then also on the other end of that, I don't feel sorry for people who pull up to go fight somebody and then something worse happens to them. Unpopular opinion, but I don't, because you chose to go there.
Right.
Nobody forced you to go there. You pulled up yourself, so whatever happens, that's you. But yeah, attention.
So, I'm sure we all heard. Get some water. So, I'm sure we all heard of if they hit you first, hit them back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I want your opinion on this. So, maybe like a week ago at my school, this boy caught this girl a drug addict, allegedly, and the girl was like, "Don't call me a drug addict," and she went up behind the boy and put him in a chokehold. So that's when the boy had basically defended himself, like pushed her back, and they got into like a wrestling stance with her, like on the ground or whatever. So then the teacher had broke it up, and then the boy had threw a shoe at her after it broke up, and she was like, "You MF'er," or whatever, just cussing him out. So I think that's what kind of provoked him to throwing the shoe as well. So what do you think about that situation? Like, do he have the right to react after he got put in a chokehold?
Grab a napkin real quick. Alright, so when it comes to a situation like that, once again, I don't feel bad. For either one of them, for that matter. First of all, I'm not even going to generalize and say as a man or as a woman. I'm not going to say none of that. All I'm going to say is, once again, I don't fight nobody because I personally, like, there's a difference between somebody who is, like, who truly doesn't care and somebody who says, I don't care about stuff. It's a difference. Because there are those people who just fake and say it just to say it, to give off a persona of, like, being nonchalant and stuff. And then there's people like me who truly don't care. Like, I don't fight nobody because you gotta be really, like, mentally ill and mentally immature for somebody to call you ugly and you actually want to swing on somebody because they call you ugly. Like, really? That's like kindergarten level stuff. And it's like, okay, if nobody physically puts their hands on you, that situation was a little different because, well, no. Did she swing on him?
No, she did this. She was when check the wild.
Okay, so that's a little different.
On Black History Month.
That's definitely a little different. But if nobody put their hands on you, there's no reason to ever touch nobody whatsoever. Even after the whole chokehold situation.
Right.
First of all, I'm not gonna swing on them, girl. She could try and put me in a chokehold. That would never happen. But she could try to put me in a chokehold.
If she do, what do you do?
I'm going to get her off of me, cause heck, I'm gonna get her off of me. Push her away, and that's gonna be that. Like, it's not gonna be nothing more to it. I'm not gonna hit no woman. I'm gonna restrain a woman. I'm not gonna hit no woman. I'm just not that kind of person.
Yeah. The moral of the story is, don't fight kids. And I sound like Bernie Mac. You know what I mean?
So I told you once before, America, we're family. You and I, we are family. Always and forever.
Sure do.
Yeah, so don't fight kids. Whenever somebody attacks you, I would recommend restraining them rather than attacking them, you know, because you're gonna later on regret it if you get into a full-blown fight. Like, I've noticed that with everything. Like, when you do stuff in retaliation, you later on regret it. Like, that's with friends, arguing, fighting, anything. So yeah, don't fight. Actually, there's another thing that happened. So in my city, a girl. We had to take a short break. Wait, we back. You know, everything good. Another question I got is, why is school so hard? Like, mental health concerns. Like, why is it so stressful?
High school, college, school in general.
Why is it stressful?
Which one?
Actually, both. Like, why is getting an education so stressful, and the going to work so stressful, and just being in the environment of learning stressful?
Number one, it all boils down to priorities. People try to make certain things deeper than what they really are. It boils down to priorities at the end of the day. And truth be told, whether you're in college or high school, a lot of people don't got their priorities straight. A lot of people, you can ask your friends, going to sleep on a school night, 2, 3 a.m. every morning. They're waking up at 6. They're getting 3-4 hours of sleep on a regular, and that's a regular for them. A lot of them, like me, I never snuck out before. I've never in my life snuck out because I've just never understood. Why not just ask?
Mm-hmm.
And if you know for a fact, first of all, I was just raised in the sense that, like, anything like past 11, 12, you really shouldn't be outside.
Right.
And it's not even because of, like, I'm telling you what to do, it's because of safety. And with the type of luck that I got, I would have snuck out one night and got hit by a car. I would have messed around. Something would have happened to me if I would have snuck out. I'm just going to say that. And it's like, so, like, your priorities got to be straight. A lot of people not going to sleep when they're supposed to. And I'm not saying, like, sometimes schoolwork will keep you up late. But I also had the mindset, like, if you do your schoolwork on time, and you manage your time properly, you wouldn't have to be worried about being up that late. And it's easy to say for some people. Because a lot, you know, some people playing basketball or multiple sports or ROTC, all that stuff, it's easy to say. Once again, if you truly are intentional about managing your time, you're going to make sure that stuff's straightened out. Because it's one thing to stay up, like, to 3 a.m. because you have a project that's due one night. But for the people who are staying up super late every night on a daily basis, that's just them not caring about themselves. And then there'll be the same people who come to school stressed out. Oh, I'm just so tired. I need a nap. I need this, blah, blah. Why do you think you're so tired all the time? You literally doing it to yourself. So there's that. There's also people who are in high school. Well, I can't even just say high school because people are doing drugs since I was in middle school.
Start young.
But you got people, you know them Nick fiends.
Yes.
Everybody know a Nick fiend in their school who in the back of the class.
They go to the bathroom now. It's like a smoke session.
It's a little smoke session in the bathroom. They're like, bro, let me get a little hit. Sound like a crackhead. Like, not even no sense.
That's nothing. They be asking for chargers so they can charge it up. Like,
that's like, you're freaking, what, 15, 16, acting like you practically smoking cigarettes. Like, you practically smoking cigarettes. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
And they normalizing that stuff like it's okay, like it's just a trend. So there's that. People are addicted at such an early age, and that messes them up. That's what makes it also harder. So now you get to the point where these same people who are sneaking out of class just to go smoke, once they get to the bathrooms, they're like, you know what? We don't even gotta go back to class. Let's just go home for the rest of the day. Let's just skip school. Like, you're wondering why you're stressed, and you're literally aiding to the things that stress you out and mess you up even further. School don't gotta be as hard as people make it seem to be. It could honestly be real fun. But even then, college gets worse. Because them same people who was acting like that in school, it gets magnified. Because now you don't got no parents to go back to.
right.
You going out.
And money's involved.
Yeah.
Big money's involved.
And, you know, people don't really like, I know a lot of people who throw away, typically, I don't want to generalize and give a percentage of this, but it's a small factor of people who don't throw themselves away during their freshman year of college. A small factor of people. Small percentage. A lot of people, they get to college, they start wilding out, partying all night long. Yeah, so when people get into college, like, their priorities don't really be straight. When people get into college, their priorities don't even be much better than people who are in high school, because people get to college, some people don't really, I don't know what y'all relationship with God is like, or if y'all got one, or what y'all beliefs are, but like, if you don't have like an anchor or anything to like believe in and to like hold you accountable, you're gonna be super lost in college. Because you're already gonna be lost not knowing what you want to do for the rest of your life with your career. But like, you're gonna be even more lost because all people want to do once they in college, party all night long, drink, do drugs, get into stuff that they was never doing, or even stuff that they was doing in high school, but magnified even more. So once again, that's why people be stressed out a lot of the time, because
they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
Exactly. And the thing is, they know that they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, but they keep doing it over and over, and it gets to the point where it's like, it's not even a choice, it's a habit.
Right.
And once it's a habit, it becomes way much more harder to break.
Exactly.
So, that should answer that.
Yeah. Okay, my mind just went blank. You know, I had one more. So how do you think you prioritize your like college life? Because I know you be busy with like the whole TikTok, the content creating, and then the degree and stuff. So, like, how do you get? How do you manage without going crazy?
So, it's a good question. So number one thing that I always do every single day is I fix my bed. I do it that way I can have order in my life. I need some type of order.
Yeah.
So number one, when I wake up in the morning, I open the windows, I fix my bed, because if I'm having a bad day, or if my day ends up being bad, when I come home and I come to my room, I come to a clean room. So now my mind is at ease. When everything around me physically is at ease, now my mind can be at ease. But if you had a bad day, you walk in your room, it's a bunch of clothes on the floor, a bunch of empty water bottles and bag of chips and stuff all over the place, you're gonna feel like even more of a mess.
Right.
So that's something I always do to help myself out in that aspect. Another thing that helps me be able to balance college and school at the same time, honestly, I don't... Huh?
You said balance college and school.
Oh, college. Another thing that helps me balance... Another thing that helps me balance college and social media at the same time. It's gonna be a little, I won't say it's sad, but I don't have a lot of friends. But I choose not to have a lot of friends. Well, it's 50-50. I choose not to, and at the time I wasn't in an area where there was a lot of people my age. But I don't have a lot of friends because there's not a lot of people who try to prioritize and live intentionally the way that I do. And I don't really have time to be around people who don't want to like truly care about themselves. So it makes it easier because I don't have to worry about texting and calling a bunch of 10 plus people every single day. So I would just be doing my schoolwork, and as soon as I finish my schoolwork, I get to editing and recording a video just like that. And I never let anything get in between me and my social media. Like I drop out of school before I let it get in between me and my social media.
I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Because I know what kind of faith that I have. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I have the kind of faith that I know for a fact my social media is gonna
Be okay.
boost me way higher than my education ever would. But that's just me. I'm not. For somebody else, their education would lead them farther.
Exactly.
Because social media isn't everybody's calling. So yeah, that's just me at the end of the day. I don't know. I make sure that every single day when I wake up, I'm trying to find something to better my brand, better my craft. Yeah, I'm always trying to be productive. And sometimes, you get a little overproductive at times. So you gotta give yourself a little rest in between. Like, I don't watch TV too much. I don't watch TV at all, actually. But I got Netflix on my laptop, so sometimes, like, if I know I'm overworking myself, just go up on there, call it a day, I'm chilling. But yeah, it's honestly not hard. Like, it's literally prioritizing, create a schedule, get a calendar. I got my whiteboard right behind me. It's not hard to do at all. People make it seem way harder. I play me some music, do some work, I'm chilling. So
something you said about the friends, whatever, it was like about I'd rather not call 10 people a day, whatever. A saying I heard a long time ago was 4 quarters is better than 100 pennies. And that makes so much sense. And that brings me to my next question. How do you pick your friends in high school? Your circle. Or, for some people, groups.
So once again, for me, it's going to be different because I believe in God.
Right.
A lot of people don't really believe in God. And I'm not saying like I only talk to people who believe in God. I'm not saying that. But because of like how far, like growing up, I've always been like the only Christian person in my friend groups. And that dwindled down as time went on. I would be around lesser and lesser people. Hold on real quick. Yeah, I would always be around like lesser and lesser people, and it got to a point where I realized I no longer I was not willing to sacrifice being
a Christian.
No. I was not willing to sacrifice being around a bunch of fake people just because like I didn't want to be alone. And a lot of people in high school, they don't like looking like a loner.
Right.
Like, let's keep it real, and girls will admit this too. You'll see a girl that can't stand another girl, but as soon as she see that girl, she like, oh, what's up?
Yeah.
They hugging, and as soon as the girl leave, they talking trash. Man, I can't stand that girl. She wore the same clothes 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Like, why are you hanging around that kind of person? Why would you? I don't know. Like, that's pointless to me. And so I, without a doubt, initially, like, I give people the benefit of the doubt. That's just how I am. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Once I see, like, they vibe a bit weird, I see, like, the type of stuff that they into. Like, I never hung around a bunch of dudes because in high school, a bunch of dudes was trying to be in the streets, doing drugs and all of that. That's not me. So, with it being very few amount of people who are not into that, I just couldn't hang around them.
Right.
So I, once again, by myself listening to music. People knew me, don't get me wrong. A lot of people in school knew me. Don't get it twisted. A lot of people in school knew me. But I didn't talk to too many people. I wouldn't call all of them people who knew me my friends.
Right.
I definitely wouldn't do that. Because I'm not, you're not my friend if I'm not talking to you
Exactly.
inside and outside of school, or you don't know my family like that. We're not friends. We just text buddies or something like that. Like, that's, nah. It's really just a matter of knowing how to protect your peace. Once you know how to protect your peace, you're not going to settle for a certain amount of friends. You're not going to settle for certain kinds of friends. And truth be told, just like you said, 4 quarters better than 100 pennies. You don't need that many friends.
Exactly.
You would rather want to have quality friends
than quantity.
Yeah, it's just all it is.
Yeah. I'll say for me, friendships was a big factor when I first got to high school. Like I didn't have that many friends, or whatever. But like you said, when you have a relationship with God, it's like it's bound to come if you just have faith. And then when He do bring the friends that you always desired, it's better than you could possibly have imagined. And it's normally less than what you wanted, but it's better than what you wanted. So yeah, I would probably say just trust your friends will come. And qualities of a good friendship, I would probably say is honesty. And something that people get confused with honesty nowadays is they be brutal with their honesty, but honesty without compassion is brutality. So it's like when you don't have no compassion, you're being honest, are you really a good friend? Communication. Loyalty is a big shaky for me because sometimes loyalty turns into slavery with friendships and stuff. So what do you think about loyalty when it comes down to friendships?
I mean, even on the thing that you saying, one thing a lot of people don't realize, which is surprising, we don't listen to it when our parents say it, but then when you experience it, you realize. You, without a doubt, are not going to be talking to the same people that you're talking to in high school when you get out. It's just the truth.
I've been told that many times.
You're not going to. Y'all are going to fall off. To this day, I only talk to 2 or 3 people ever from high school. Going into high school, it was a fat friend group. I don't got none of their phone numbers anymore. We don't even follow each other on social media no more. And it was no beef. They got into their own stuff. They went to their own colleges. They stopped reaching out. Like I said, it's never like people grow apart. You just stop doing the things that you were doing beforehand that got y'all that close.
Fostering the friendship.
Yeah. Friendships got to be like relationships. You got to put the time in. If you're not putting the time in, of course it's going to fall apart. And so like even the whole thing that you said with like loyalty, I'm a super loyal friend. But because I'm a super loyal friend, I intentionally make sure that I don't have too many people to be loyal to. Because when you have 10 plus people to be loyal to, now you got to think about 10 plus people having to be loyal back to you. There's no guarantee that 10 plus people are going to be loyal to you. Somebody going to fold and do something that you don't like. And let's say all 10 of them decided at the same time to switch up on you. Now you sick, looking crazy in the face. And all it takes is one person to like double cross you and betray you, and now you're upset. But imagine that much more people doing it. I couldn't do that. But yeah, I can't. I'm a very loyal person. I'm gonna ride beside you the whole time.
Right.
But you just gotta watch who you being loyal to. But that don't mean it don't gotta be a slavery thing. It gotta be a mutual relationship. We both gotta benefit somehow, some way.
Absolutely. That's it for the video today. Thank you, Jayshaun, for being here and answering these questions of high schools. I just wanted to take this in because I am class president, so I have to be very experienced with my class, whatever. So thank you for answering these questions, whatever. And thank you guys for tuning in and watching the entire video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And just be supportive. So yeah.
Appreciate it.